Hello and welcome to episode 17 of my playthrough of Feed the Beasts, Plexiglass Mountain. Last episode we finished up down over here in this room, setting up our neat looking garden cloches, and we're going to continue on with that. But before we move on any further, it was pointed out to me that there's some extra buildings around on the, I guess the top floor, on the outside where we have our farm set up. And before we go up there and look at them, we got to look at things that we built previously in the Void episodes. So we have a fluid cell. If you remember, I think we did something before where we needed cured rubber. I think we made, I don't remember what it was that we made, but one of these machines that we had in the past required us to have cured rubber. So I had to do the same thing again for this fluid cell. And I figured that the last time we did it, right, because obviously cured rubber comes from regular rubber, and you can do it with dandelions, and I didn't want to do that again, so I figured I'd actually go around the proper way of doing it. And by say the proper way, it's probably just like another way of doing it, which is this thing here, which is a bucket of latex, which if you look through this, there's probably only a couple ways of doing it. You can multi-servo press down vines or dandelions, but then again, I didn't want to deal with just hitting bone meal on the grass a bunch of times and punching out some dandelions. So I decided instead that we're going to go the Arboreal Extractor route and use some jungle saplings to collect latex. Now you may be asking, hey, when did you get jungle saplings? Well, that also happened in the Void episodes. If you look at our map, this is kind of the small area we've discovered. This is probably where we've gone mining underground. That's where it's probably expanded to. Same as all this, but if we zoom out a little bit, you get to see this entire area that I explored. I went exploring. I wanted to find cactus, because if I was going to farm stuff, I wanted to find cactus. And to be honest with you, I didn't find a single piece over this entire distance, which kind of sucks. But what we did find was this cool biome over here, which is called the Origin Valley, which for those of you who played Minecraft in the early stages of the beta or the alpha, it's kind of extremely nostalgic to run around there because everything is super saturated. But we didn't find any cactus, but we did find jungle saplings, and I thought, okay, well, or jungle trees rather, and I figured that's probably a good thing to have. So we collected some of those. But we got to see over here, we got the jungle sapling. And then we planted that jungle sapling and grew it into a tree, which is why we have that one here. And then around it, we have 4 different arboreal extractors. Why does it start raining? And this thing will literally just like every so often will collect some latex from inside of this thing, which we saw before, the recipe for turning that into undried rubber or cured rubber or whatever you want to call it. There's just literally a bucket of that in your inventory. So I've made this. I could automate this, but I figured we haven't been using it all that often, so it's not really that big of a deal to me yet. But this thing was just kind of there collecting. Each of them have about 3.8 buckets worth of latex in there. So that's what those machines are. I think that is pretty much nearly everything then that happened between those previous episodes where I lost a bunch of recording. But yeah, so between episodes, between this one and the last one, I didn't lose any recording, which is nice. So we obviously finished putting these in. I've got a hole in the ground over here. And this looks different. We built a basement, and I've connected it up to the rest of my basement, which is over here. So we have some sort of path to actually get to where we need to do the things that we need to over here. I feel like I said need to a lot of times there. But regardless, we're pretty much ready to go to do some automation here. So I think we need to do some crafting. First of all, what I'm probably going to do is cut a hole there into that block there, because that's going to be where our draw controller goes. And I'm going to break out. Oh no, what is that? That is nothing apparently. Break out this entire wall, because I'm going to replace all of this with storage drawers, I think. That's going to be the nicest way of doing this, and we'll probably just make them like the 2x2 drawers. So we have, what's this? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5. So there's 25 spaces there to have drawers. So I could do that as 25 different drawers, or We can do 25 of the 2x2 drawers. So that's 22 times, or 25 times 4, which is 100 slots for different items. So that's probably what we're going to go with. So we've cut out all that out. I'm going to put another hole down there. Oh, I can't. No, that goes into a stairway down here. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. So then a storage drawer has to go into that block. Okay. Well, I guess then we'll just have to have a node somewhere else. Where else can I place the node? I guess the node can technically just go on this block of the side of it. So let's go build some things. Let's get some drawers first of all and kind of build up the infrastructure that we're going to need. So let's grab a bunch of wood. We'll just do I want to do dark oak? I'm not a fan of how the dark oak looked. Jungle also doesn't look great. I feel like oak wood is like the basic one that we should probably do. But we don't have oak wood logs. Does it matter? Honestly, probably not. Let's just do this. Let's not be too picky. Doesn't really matter how it's going to come out. But to build 2x2 drawers, it's just 4 chests and then this cross pattern in the middle, and that'll build 4 of them. So we've got to build 25 of these. So let's go bang, bang there. And hit the balance and go 1, 2, that's 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And we have to do one more craft, unfortunately. But that'll work. Now we need a drawer controller. So I need a bunch of stone, a diamond, and some comparators. So let's grab a diamond out. Stone should be there. And then some another quartz, which is, oh yeah, there it is. I was looking straight at it and I did not see it. I'm going to need some redstone and some sticks to make redstone torches for the comparator. 3, 4, 5, 6. Bang, let's make those. Draw controller. Need to make 2 of these bad boys. 1 of that. Cool. And so that gives us all the storage we're going to need. Our keys are in my backpack. So let's go place this stuff down. Okay, we need to go here. Draw controller is going to exist out of view. And then we're going to go drawers all along here. So we are going to have boatloads of storage here. How is that? Look at that. Nice. We need to craft up now one more thing. We're going to need to make a trash can as well. I should have everything I need. Yeah, where's my book to make a trash can? One of you. Awesome. Otherwise known in Australian, a rubbish bin. So we got that. We got those. I've got nodes. I'm going to need 4, 8, 12, 16, 17 nodes. And I only have 15. So let's go make some more of these. Since we seem to be using an overabundance of them. And we're also going to need like a bunch of energy cards and a bunch of item cards. So let's grab this out. Probably not going to need filters, but we'll grab them anyway, just in case. That's not right. Now ingots are ending up in the wrong chest. I need to change the priority of this node up to be higher, because I just noticed that. We'll just make you like a priority 10. Bang. Cool. Now then. What was I saying? We need more nodes. We need 2 more of these laser nodes. So I need iron and glass panes. There, and iron. Let's just make the 5 that we can, since we have the items there. Let's grab out our card holder and see how many of these stuff we have. Okay, let's I need to shift click if I want to pull stuff out of my inventory. Bang. Anytime things like the cards or whatever, they do not stack, what you need to do is, let's put this wood away. When they're not stacking nicely, it's because the settings have been changed on them. So what you do is you grab all of them out. And then, I just voided some of them. I forgot that that still exists. is you just chuck them in your inventory and clear them. How many did I void? Avoided one of them. That's kind of frustrating. Oh well. So of those, we're going to need some redstone and some redstone blocks. And then we need golden nuggets. So how many do you have currently? You have 6. So I need another 10 energy cards. 2, 3, 4. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be 16. That's all we need. I need 2 fluid cards, which we have here. And 31 item cards. That's probably more than we need. I think that is everything that we are going to need to build this stuff now. So let's grab out my laser wrench. First of all, we need to break that block because we need to place a node in here. I'm just going to break that one as well so we can see it from underground. Laser node on this side. Bang. With an item insert card on the east side. So that everything is going to be tried to be inserted into there. Nice, nice. And then we need to place nodes on the bottom side of each of these cloches. 3, 4. Bang, 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 bang. 1, 2, 3, 4. This stuff, it doesn't really matter how you hook them up. So I'm just going to go in series like this. Bang, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to connect all of the rest of the top ones up to them. Apparently not, so I'm going to connect that one to that one. They're all connected to each other. They're all part of the same network. So that works. Now all we need to do, each is, on each of these is on the upside. We need energy cards and an item card into each of them. And we need, actually no, we need a fluid card per one of these as well. So let's go make 16 fluid cards. I just remembered. Because they need water as well. Fluid card. Buckets. That's an expensive recipe. That's a very expensive recipe. Okay, what else am I missing? More gold nuggets. 2, 3. How many do we have now? 15, 16. Okay. We need one more then, if that's the case. I need another bucket, which means more iron. Look at that. We're already at 3,500 iron. That gold farm. Yeah, we have a lot of iron, so a gold farm is working well. No, our iron farm is doing extremely well. I'm like no longer worried about like having enough iron to do crafting and things like that. That's such a nice feeling. Okay, each of these upside item cards, that and fluid cards. Now for the sidedness of these, we also need to hook these up to power. So we probably need some lasers so that we can connect up through this hallway to this system to give them power. I think that's how we want to do it. Alright, we can deal with that later then, if that's the case. Now, what side is this? F3? I think these are all facing the same way, so long as I do this all the same, we need to do the east side as our power on sneaky. Is the only thing that we need to do with these. So energy card up, bang, insert on the east side. And these are all going to be, set up exactly the same. Bang, bang, insert, bang, east side. So this is going to be kind of boring to put all these things in. So let's do this off camera and we'll come back in a hot moment. Okay, so we put all the cards in. Now the next thing we need to do here is go like this on the ground. We need to place down our Aqueous Accumulator that we placed in the last episode. But between episodes I grabbed it up. And this is going to be set up exactly the same with just that and a node on top of it. With on the downside a fluid extract. They've already got the fluid insert cards. So Now we just need to go here and connect this up to the system. And that's all going to insert water into it. Now, along this entire thing, because these networks are going to be connected to each other, we need to be smart about how we use channels, because otherwise it could be a chance that we, yeah, see, like over here, this has got fluid extract and fluid insert on the white channel for lava. We need to be careful about that. So we're going to go through and do some more settings. Same as items, right? All the items that we're being transferring around is all on the same network, but these are all, I think they're on just the white channel. If we look at the card, yeah. So we need to change all of this stuff, and we need to kind of color code it so that we're not like crossing systems, because I want all the storage for this plant stuff to be inside of that node. So on this insert card, we're going to change the channel to 5, which is green, and we're going to do that to all of the item cards. And on the same thing here on the water, we're going to change this to, let's go with 3. 3 is for water. Sound like a good time? And we're going to do this with all of them because I don't want to accidentally insert lava into these or water into the magmatic dynamos, or our items into the other item system. So we've got to do all that with this stuff, which isn't the most fun thing, because now I've got to go through all these settings that I just did and re-edit them. But yeah, I think so long as we do that, then this thing should start being kind of, you know, functional. And then we have to hook like this up into the regular power system. So let's do that. So we're going to go up. Item cards are going to be on channel 5. And then we go back, and then water is going to be on channel 3. And then we're going to do that 16 more times. All right, this is going to be boring again. So let's cut this stuff out, and we'll be back once this is all done. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention as well, as I'm going through these, and it's literally, I think I'm on the last one that I needed to edit. No, I'm not. But all these item cards need to actually be set to extract. Yeah, I kind of forgot to do that. So let's do that and then max them out as like transferring 8 every second. We need to do that on every single one of these cards. I think there's a way that we can like mass change the settings on this stuff, but not that I know of. At least like I mean, I don't know. So there probably is. But I have no idea. So if you guys know, please do let me know, because this is going to take me a while, especially when I forget to do something like that. But anyways, we'll be back once I've finished doing all of these settings. All right, all the settings are now done. These are all on that. All the channels are set. Everything should now be functional, realistically, minus the fact that none of this has power. So we need to find a way to make some power, or get some power over there, which we are going to use just lasers because we've already set it up. So we've got to make more of these bad boys. Let's see how many we can make. I think 10 should be more than what we need. So let's start with that and then see how this goes. We're going to start over here in the basement. And considering this needs to go along the path, right? So let's do the first one there, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure, that works. That works as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's on the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be the max that can go. And then this one can connect to that laser. So then we're going to go here. We'll probably just connect this laser to it. Yeah, that reaches. Nice. And then we just daisy chain these along. Connect that one to this one, and then you to that. And now, so long as everything is set up correctly, these should all have power in it, and they should all have water in it. That is pretty much everything. So now what we're going to do, I'm actually going to leave that open because we will need to eventually lock that. We're going to grab the quantify key and make sure we hit that on all of them. And we just now got to grab some keys, oh not keys, seeds rather, from our chests and start growing stuff. I think we're just going to start everything on dirt to begin with. Let's just clear my inventory. You can all stay. And these are all items that can stay on me. Things that I don't need to have immediately on me can just kind of live inside of my backpack. Same with that wrench. Alright, cool. Now we go to this chest. Cotton seeds we couldn't grow, hemp we couldn't grow, poppies we don't care about, sauce berries we should probably do. Most of these flowers probably not. Netherwort, can we do you want a cloche? Totally can, I just need soul sand. Swall sand. Productivity 1.25, 1.0. Do I have any soul sand? Probably not, hey. We can go get some later on though, if I need to grow that. Coffee beans I probably don't care about, but we'll do it anyway. We'll just go in order. Amaranth, bell peppers, tomato, radish, barley, spinach, eggplant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I definitely want to grow pumpkins. What's that? 5, 10, 15. And the last one I had was flax seeds. Is there anything else I want to grow for sure? With everything here? No, we just continue in order then. So flax was the last one, meaning strawberry then. Okay. Then we've all got all of that. I need my blocks thingy, and I'm going to grab dirt out. And now all of these should just work on dirt. So I'm just going to shift click in a piece of dirt, and then shift click in some seeds. And then same with this one, dirt, seed, dirt, berry, I guess, dirt, netherwort. That's not going to work. At least it shouldn't. So we'll put that in instead. Over here, the same thing. Put in some dirt and some bell pepper seeds. Piece of dirt. You're not working. What did I mess up on you? I put everything in the downside. Everything needs to be in the upside. At least all the settings should be right. So it should start working straight away. Dirt, seed, dirt, seed, dirt, seed, dirt, seed, dirt, seed. This is riveting content, I know, but it is all going to be worth it in the long run. Bang. Pumpkin seed, nice. There, strawberry seed. Let's not do netherwort right this second, so let's grab something else. I think strawberry seeds was the last one we got to, so whatever comes after that, I guess that's corn. Sweet. Which means corn can go into this one. A lot of those just harvested, I saw that. Okay. So now the item extract isn't working. So I think what we need to do then, if that's the case, is probably sneaky side that as well. Right, because that just harvested. You've obviously got stuff. You've got stuff. You're about to harvest probably. So we need to fix that. So then, if that's the case, let's just do it from up here because I am lazy. Means the item card needs to sneaky to probably this side of the block, so facing south. So the opposite of the south, which I'm facing, is the north side. So you to north, and then we should see this stuff disappear. No. Green. Ah, is it because of you? Did I set the input to be green? I did. Why you no work? Okay, what about the other side then? So if north doesn't work, does south work? Apparently not. West. Doesn't seem to want to extract. East. No. Item extract 8 every, yeah. Under 5. Then you're going to be inserting there on the right with high priority. You're inserting on the east side, so you should be inserting there. That we can see that laser, I thought. But nothing is extracting, is it? What did I break? I thought we tested all this. Downside. Why is it not extracting? Is it because you have nowhere to go? Let's then, if that's the case, let's time in a bottle you to get you to harvest again. But no, it's not working. Okay. You got an item extract card. Okay, downside doesn't work. What about the top side? No. North side. No, you're not pulling out. South side. I'm not pulling out either. Why are you not extracting? Oh, is it because... Oh. I don't think I'm allowed to pull out items from there. I think items have to come out of this side of the machine. Oh. That's annoying. How do I want to do that then? How long are we in this episode? Okay. Well then, if that's the case, we need to do some trickery then, because I don't want to have nodes in this room. It's going to look ugly, but we can access this because this is a 3-block tall thing. We can totally access it with an item called a Tesseract. Yeah, Tesseract. I don't know what the frame is used for. Oh, it's expensive. I don't have the emeralds for it. Yeah, because I need to be able to access this face. Well, I can... Okay, that's fine. I need... How many nodes do I have left? Okay, we can make this work. Yikes. I need my nodes back. I've got 2. This will actually be just enough nodes to actually make this work. It's going to be janky as to start with. Tesseracts will eventually be how we do this because I don't want nodes in the room. But until we get to that point, we kind of have to do some fiddling. That's 6. I need 2 more. What am I missing? I've got glass in my inventory. I need to make 8 nodes. How many item cards, I think? I think I've got plenty of item cards, don't I? I totally do. Alright, if that's the case, I need to pull out the item cards out of every single node. So we go here onto the upside, item card out. It's kind of frustrating, but it should be a relatively easy fix. Since the way that we built this room is actually going to allow for this fix quite easily. But it's not going to be the prettiest thing in the world. We're not going to be able to walk in between these cloches anymore, but that's fine. Because what I'm going to do is, once I've got all these item cards out, item cards, item card, item card, and item card. Cool, that's my 16 item cards. I've got 14 more. Is that enough? Yeah, that's more than enough. Okay. So let's replace our floor. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place our nodes in through here, like this. Alright. And then on this one, I can do the same thing, right? So on this side, we're going to go extract card from that face, right? And that's going to connect. And then what we need to do on this side is put another item extract card. And then this one's going to be sneaky to the front side of the block, which on this side is going to be the north side. So you're going to be sneaky to north. And then if what I can do to test this is, right, if we right click on both of these, they both have stuff inside of them. If I grab my laser wrench and go back into the basement, which we can do like this. And then I connect, let's say we connect you to you. We should see items popping up inside the drawers. Yeah, there you go. There's our bell peppers. And our cotton stuff. Sweet. That is going to be our fix. It's not an ideal fix, but it is a fix. So now we have to do that to every single one of these. So let's go onto this face. I'm just going to put in extract cards on all the easy ones because we are actually facing into that part of the block that we need to. Same on this side. Bang, extract, 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 extract. And then the same thing on this face. We're just going to do this, extract card, and then we want to be on the south side on this one. Bang. You bang. South side. South side, bang. And do this to every single one of these. And then we just need to connect these lasers up to each other, which is pretty easy to do once again. South side. And then this one, this over here is going to be north side. Not stock extract to the north side. Extract. What am I doing? Extract north side. This is the button. And same thing for this last one. North side. Bang. So now what we're going to do is up here, we're going to connect all these lasers to each other. Then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to try and make this look semi-tidy, I want this laser to connect to that one. And now they all should be extracting. And if we look at our drawers, bang, it has become populated with items. Sweet. And then we can organize this however we want, right? So let's replace our floors. Actually, let's go down here because I can no longer walk there. Okay, oops. Let's break that. I need to replace this side as well. Bang. There you go. And now all of these should be working. Items are going to be pulled out of them. And ending up in our drawers. That is how we automatically farm anything we want. Now the problem is, these guys aren't automated. Carrots and thingies, and I don't have enough nodes, but that's going to be pretty much the same principle. They're just going to be a couple nodes with extract things that are just going to go into this drawer. But how is that? I reckon that looks pretty good, and we obviously have space for lots of expansion. Oh, actually, I forgot to hook up the trash can, didn't I? Let's put the trash can down over, we'll put you... Trash can can go there. Do I have any more nodes? No, because I used them all. I need one more node. How did I get down here? Did I replace the hole? I think I must have replaced the hole. Oh, that's there. I need one more node. This thing. Need more laser. Which means I probably need more this thing. Laser, redstone. Come on. Come on, we're running out of time. I want to get this done. Laser node. Cool, I have item cards. Sweet. I'm going to grab the drawer key as well. And before we do this... So now any items that we collect are going to end up in the drawers. Since now anything... that we are not prepared for won't end up in here. Wow, we got 17 pumpkins already. Jeez. Can no longer fit into this. This is set to a higher priority. If it's not, it should be. Yeah, it's priority 100. So then if I put a node here, we connect this node to the system. Bang. And then on this one, on the downside, we're going to have an insert on the green with a low priority. Oops, a low priority. So now, whenever this drawer gets filled up, so these can hold, I think, 8 stacks. So it's 8 times 64 that they can hold within each slot of these things. And then whenever that gets full, the items have nowhere else to go, so they're going to end up in the trash can. So we're voiding the entire system without having to put 25 void upgrades into these, which are part of storage drawers. So the other way to do that would have been using the void upgrade, but that's also 8 obsidian per upgrade. And that is what, 8 times 25? That's a lot of obsidian. I don't want to spend that much. We can do it with logic, using lasers. That's kind of nice. I'm going to spend some time and reorganize these because I don't like how it starts populating from the middle. I kind of want the item and then the seed next to it, as much as possible, besides these ones here that don't have seeds. So I'm going to do that off camera, but that's finished. We obviously need to expand this because we haven't even provided for all the seeds we have. I'm pretty sure we've got quite a few more in here that we need to deal with, like sadie root, peanuts, rice, all these other fancy stuff that we need to provide for. But most of this junk actually can now, if I just yoink all of this, except for the wheat and seeds because they don't actually have a spot yet, but they will. So let's place wheat there and seeds there, and then we grab the drawer. I can go double right click. My inventory is now empty. Everything, all the seeds and all the items that I had there is now inside of that drawer. I can pretty much just empty this thing out of everything that is not going to be like low compression, right? So like all these seeds can pretty much disappear. That can stay. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Then obviously whatever I can't fit into this will just end up back into that chest, and then we'll also know what we need to expand for. So like, obviously all these seeds we haven't provided for. Eggplant I thought we did. Why you no working? Eggplant seeds? There. Oh no, we have eggplants there. Why is eggplant seeds not going in? We must not be storing the seeds for some of this stuff, like the bell peppers and things. I guess that's okay. Do I want to put the seeds in here? And like, we're not getting pumpkin seeds either. So I guess some of these just don't provide their seed form, which is okay. So like most of these don't have their seeds. So we'll have to do something about that in the future, but I think that's a next episode issue because this episode is running much longer than what I wanted it to. But regardless, the system is set up and we have access to a bunch of new foods. So what we can do now as well is go yoink, eat this, yoink, eat this, yoink, eat that, yoink. I don't think any of this is contributing to my lack of food stuffs. Foods tasted 18. Alright, and then we'll go to bell peppers. 19. Oh, we're getting close. Radish. Ta-da! We have another heart. Yes! Alright. Okay, this episode's too long. If anyone's still watching, thank you for watching. We're going to end it there. Make sure you like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you all on the next one. Peace.